Friends, sometimes God says, stop praying for them. You may be shocked that this is actually in the Bible. Jeremiah 7:16, the Lord says to Jeremiah, therefore don't pray for this people, don't lift up a cry or prayer for them, or make intercession to me, for I will not hear you. So there's times that God says, stop praying. And if you continue to pray, then you're operating in disobedience. And again, friend, there's a time for mercy, but there's a time when God says, listen, you may think you're being merciful in this situation, but you're actually being disobedient to me. And we never want to cross that line. And I want to share about something called unsanctified mercy. Okay, and this is something that I had to learn, especially as in ministry position, that we oftentimes default to showing mercy to people when we're giving people mercy that God says don't give mercy to. Now, when people are, let's say they're in this self-pity mode, and you may feel drawn to help them, but if God says don't help them because there's a spiritual thing happening in their lives right now, that if you help them, you will not break that power of self-pity over their lives. And if you help them, then you're actually encouraging them to continue in that mode. So we have to recognize when we're giving mercy that's truly from God's heart, or if we're giving unsanctified or unholy mercy that's not authorized by God. Because I only want to do like God calls me to do, I will do, but I don't want to do what God hasn't called me to do, because I'm limited in the amount of resources that I have. And there are people that come and ask me for things, and I have to be able to listen to the voice of the Lord and be obedient to say yes or no. Remember, even when it comes to prayer, that there are certain things that we ought not pray for. God may say, stop praying for that. And there are certain people that God may tell you, don't pray for them. Because there's many times that there are situations, and I can tell you I've been in situations that were very difficult, relational situations, that I felt like, I just need to pray for this person. But because the situation was so toxic, the Lord was like, you need to stop praying for that person and just give them to me. Let somebody else pray for them, because every time I would pray for them, it was such a toxic situation that I felt almost defiled. So if God says, let that situation go, you need to let it go.